right, shalom. I want to start off with praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Mahaba Krakodash. I want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching His word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And it's the brother Yahweh from Gmshawaii. And I'm coming to you with another quick video. This is an in transit video. Just got off the plantation, and I was watching a video, the live stream of the elder brothers in the UK, Elder Rakaya Klum, and the brothers is out there, doing the work. And I was coming up on the tail end of their lesson, and something that just sparked in my spirit what they said, and what was said was, roughly paraphrasing, when you look at Esau's rule and his reign, okay, this little 500 years, like, this is nothing compared to eternity, okay, that we're about to have, okay. And they were saying that, basically, because we're in this mortal flesh, 30 seconds feel like a long time to us, let alone 500 plus years feels like an eternity, okay. It feels like an eternity to us because we're in this flesh. And then another thing that he said was that it was necessary, and then it reminded me of Elder Yaquab, something that Elder Yaquab said a long time ago, and it was on a video that it posted up by the apostles. Elder Yaquab, what he said was that this is necessary for us to go through what we went through so that we can go from the negative to the positive. We had to go through wickedness. We had to experience wickedness in order to rule in righteousness. And that's what the whole fall of man was, or Adam was, along with Eve in the garden. Whatever way the Lord established that to happen, that was the Lord's will. That was Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai's will. Because I think in the beginning of Genesis, once that happened, the Most High, the Heavenly Father, said it is done. And what was it that it was done? That earth would temporarily go from being a chief paradise in the universe to becoming our growth, a field of growth for us, a field of experience for us, an open air classroom, if you will. And that's all we've been experiencing here. We've been experiencing what it's like to live and operate in a completely wicked world. We get to experience and see what wickedness does and what the reward for wickedness gets you. We went from following these nations and adopting their customs to adopting their ideologies, worshiping their idols, eating their abominable foods. And then we saw that doing so not only corrupted us, but in the end it destroyed us and kept us away from our power. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? We were set on this earth to be a colony of righteous children to rule. That's why the Lord set this up. If you go into the Apocrypha, and I think it's either Esdras or Wisdom of Solomon, and it speaks about how the Lord allowed them Canaanites, wickedness and sin, to mount up to a certain point, so that eventually the children of Israel will go in there and take it over, and that it will be able to house a worthy colony of the sons of the power, man. And that's what we are becoming in this end times that we're living in. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, our worthiness is being tested. Our worthiness is being proved. Our faith is being tested. Our faith is being proved. Okay? And that's all through the will, the promise, the grace, and the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And I just thought of, like I said, I was thinking about what the elder was saying, man. It was like, we catching hell down here, you going through shit, and it's tough. And that's because we in this mortal flesh, we in this mortal world, so we see things different. And that's why Yahweh Shai told us that we had to be born again. He told Nicodemus that And Nicodemus got simple for a moment. He was like, how can I go back into my mother's womb? And Yahushua was like, that's not, he roughly paraphrasing, Yahushua wasn't talking about going into your mother's womb, but you had to be born again spiritually, mentally, your mindset, your understanding. Okay, no matter if you a certified doctor here in this world, no matter if you a so-called person of high regard in this world, once you come into this truth, it's like you don't know nothing. It's like a baby with a clean slate. You know, you don't know nothing. You got to be taught again. Just like the eunuch asked Philip, he was like, hey, in the book of Acts, he asked Philip to, Philip asked him, thou knowest what thou readest? And then he quoted Isaiah. And he said, when he asked him, do you know what he readeth? He said, how can I unless a man teach me? And then from that moment on, Philip taught that brother about Yahushua, because the way he was reading that was about Yahushua. But he didn't know that, but once he understood Yahushua, that man was converted to the point where like he became filled with the spirit and the glory of Yahushua. And at that moment, something miraculous happened too, where Philip was taken away by an angel, man, basically disappeared him like he wasn't even there, and this is before the advent of vehicles and airplanes. No, that was a chariot, an angel spirit took Philip away, man. And like the elder was saying, in our kingdom, our kingdom is going to be far out, man. You look at Esau's kingdom, you see a Bentley, you see a Mercedes, or you see some of these high-end luxury things that Esau indulges in this world, and we all look at that stuff like it's something to be proud and fond of, but it's nothing compared to what Yahweh Shai has in store for us and in our kingdom. And Esau's going to see these things as the kingdom is being built. He's going to see these things, and he's going to wonder, wow, how come we didn't get that? He's like, oh man, this is great. But by the time he gets to really see it, his ass is going to be exiting the earth. All his people, all the ilk of Esau are going to be destroyed. They're going to rebuild what they destroyed. Okay, they're going to clean up what they messed up. They're going to go into hardcore bondage under the children of Israel and then they're going to go under these other nations, these heathen nations. They're going to follow them too. But the difference between Esau and the other nations is that Esau is going to be eradicated from out of the planet Earth. All he tried to do to us is going to be done to him. He tried to eradicate us via so many different vehicles, whether it had been at birth, whether that had been in our youth, in our young adulthood, old adulthood. The whole time we here, all this man did was contrive to destroy us because he hates us. He really hates Yahweh Shai. He's like a badass kid throwing an extreme temper tantrum, thinking that's going to change the result. Look at Esau in the book of Genesis chapter 37. I'm sorry, the book of Genesis chapter 27, when Esau cried unto his father to give him a blessing. When Isaac told him, look, I already blessed him. There's nothing I can do about this. And see, back then your word meant everything. And people had to abide by your word. Jacob didn't have to leave no will. Isaac didn't have to leave no will. He didn't have to leave no paperwork to enforce his blessing on his son. That blessing that he gave Jacob through the spirit and power of Yahweh, which Isaac was Yahweh, if you can understand it. That blessing that he gave him was already his from the jump. The Lord just used a little bit of controversy to establish it, right? But when Esau found out that the birthright had been taken away from him, well, the birthright wasn't taken away, he gave that up. But when the blessing was taken away from him, instead of him being humble, instead of him just accepting his role, what did he do? He cried like a bitch. He cried like a big baby. And mind you, this man was like 40 years old. And cried and cried and cried. Screaming and hollering, yelling, snotting. He was extra red. And he begged his father for a blessing. And then once he got a blessing, because that was the Lord, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, was going to use that blessing to discipline his children, and it was only going to be a temporary blessing, right? Because you got to think about it. What's 500 years to infinity and beyond? Because that's what we're about to get. You know, like the elder said in the video, when you 500 years old in the kingdom, that's going to look like nothing. It's like, what? You ain't really experienced nothing at 500 years old. You know what I'm saying? But in this world, if you could be 500 years old, it's like you don't. Look at the oldest and so-called oldest living people on the planet, right? It'd be some old-ass, decrepit person, bedridden, sitting on a chair somewhere, all raggedy and shit. Nah. When we're 500 years old, we're going to look young, man. We're going to look young. We're going to be young. You know? Let alone when you start talking about 500, 1,000 years, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, shit, 10,000, 1,000,000 years old, bro. 1,000,000 years. That, you know, that's not even going to be a scratch on our kingdom, man. See, Esau took this 500-year hiatus, for 500-year hiatus from his captivity that's coming to him fast, and tried to destroy us and try to recreate his own blessing via the technology that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has given him. He tried to manufacture a blessing that was given to us via our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, via Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, Esau was never the chosen one. Never. Read Genesis chapter 25, start at verse 19, and read on down. He said one's going to be stronger than the other. One is going to be stronger than the other, right? It says the elder is going to serve the younger. Who is the elder? Esau, Edom. Who is the younger? Jacob. Who is the stronger? Jacob. Who is the weaker? Edom. Right? And Esau used our kryptonite, like Apostle Tahara says, we're going to be the new Kryptonians, man, on Earth, man. I don't know if brother saw that Amazon Prime cartoon with I think it's called Invincible or something like that. And the dude, basically through his father, he inherited superpowers because he's a superhuman. Well, that's what we're going to be. We're going to be superhuman, immortal beings, man. And time is not going to affect us the way it affects us in this time, in this era, this world. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be restricted to anything. And when I was listening to the elders, I was like, man, I get happy. Like, it built my spirit up, man. You know, because when you think about it like that, when you think about how things are necessary, hey, the Lord said he created all things one against another. You know, the Lord said he created all things one against another. One against another, Slakia. One against another. 2 by 2. You know? Slakia. All things he created like that. One against another. 2 by 2, man. And why did he do that? Because there's balance, man. You got the wicked and you got the righteous. Shit, even amongst our people, you got the wicked of our people and you got the righteous of our people, which, you know, the righteous would be considered the elect, the hopeful elect. The holy elect is the righteous. You know, that's going to be justified in the sayings of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai when this thing is said and done. Okay? So, knowing that it's balanced. Everything has to be balanced. It's like in this world, shit is out of balance, man. It's just straight up wicked. It's straight up wicked. But if it wasn't for the remnant, we all be jacked up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But because of the remnant, we ain't waxed out. We ain't get wet, man. See, Esau, he's not gonna have a remnant of Edomites. I don't care what the Elder Lahab say, man. It ain't gonna be no remnant of Esau bouncing back. We're not gonna be in this perpetual tug of war of righteousness against wickedness, good against evil. Nah. these Edomites, this is the last time that they ever going to rule. This is the last time that they ever going to experience power, especially of this magnitude. This is the last time that they're going to ever experience. This is the last time that they ever going to experience freedom. See, right now Esau is free to do what he will. You know, right now Esau is free to do what he wants, to manipulate the world, to exercise his authority that was given to him by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And he's basically been unchecked. You know, he basically been ruling unchecked. Okay? But that time is coming up. It's ending fastly. And it's fastly approaching as the prophecies are rolling in. The MOTB, the CHIP about to be rolled out. How Esau is ramping up his demonization campaign, his psyop, which Lord willing, I got a video coming about that. You know, here it is. This man's supposed to have a military that's supposed to be, you know, about freedom and all this other madness and the rights and love and life and all this other shit. But this dude is a deceiver. He's a master manipulator, man. He'll plant things against each other so that he could get his wickedness going. All right, that's what he does, because he's the devil. And that's how he rock out. But this time is fastly approaching and coming to an end. And when his time is over, man, we're going to be rejoicing. The scripture says when the wicked go down, that the people are going to rejoice, man. Are going to rejoice. And not just the people, the animals, the trees, everything. Brothers, our kingdom going to be so in tune and so righteous, bro. You can't even imagine. I can't even put it in words except the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, we're going to be on a righteous level always, man. We're going to have chariots flying through the sky, and it ain't going to be the chariots all the way out and you just see a little blink, a little flick, a flicker, and a twinkle. Nah, you're gonna see it up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it up close and personal. It ain't gonna be guessing. Oh, is that a UFO? I mean, is that a chariot or is that a star? No, they're gonna see it right in their face, man. They're gonna wish they had this kind of power, man. They're gonna envy us, but shall be able to do nothing against us, man. That's how real it's gonna be. You know? This man gonna wish he had the powers that we have, man. He can only try to make movies and make himself extraterrestrial, make himself all powerful via his witchcraft, wizards, and witchery. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way he could try to accomplish what we're going to accomplish through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So all we went through, all we go through, understand that it's necessary. It's necessary. The Lord ain't put us through nothing where he's going to destroy us, man. The things that we go through in this truth is to mold us into soldiers, man. Mold us into righteous soldiers for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to prepare us for rulership in our everlasting dominion and kingdom. All right? That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Okay? Salaki about the phone falling all these times. You know, I'm just driving. But what we got coming to us, brothers and you sisters that listen, you know, what we got coming to us is eternal excellency, man. Eternal excellence. And we're going to do it big. When you see Jake stepping off them chariots, man, we're going to be draped up and dripped out. Know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Lil Kiki said, man, it's time to let the world, it's time to lay it down like a fresh pair of dominoes. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it, man. We're going to lay it down like a fresh pair of dominoes, man. Jake going to be fitted and kitted and to the max, man. You know, but it's just a waiting game. We almost out this piece. The Lord is about to send us home, and He about to bring us out of this captivity in style, man. And so with that, I would say shalom, on to the next.